All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with another interesting one. For the first time, we are about to see inside the Epstein Island. Within the last 24 hours, non-scene footage has been released inside Jeffrey Epstein's islands, the house, the rooms, the bathrooms, the courtyard, the front yard, the backyard. We've been given a clearer insight into the Epstein Island. So fasten your seatbelts and let's check this out.
So this is probably the creepiest image from this dump of images that we've had from Jeffrey Epstein's private island in the Caribbean, showing what appears to be a dentist chair and masks of men hanging all around the walls. In another room, a blackboard with the words scribbled on it: power, deception, plots, political. These images were released by the US House Oversight Committee, which is investigating Epstein, and they redacted women's names on the board that you can see there to protect them, out of an abundance of caution, they said. Here's one of the bedrooms, an image that they've released, pretty opulent, much like this living area. The sofas, the luxury, really. Images outside. This goes into the gardens and the swimming pool overlooking the ocean. This is the island of Little St. James's, often nicknamed Little St. Jeff's, where he's accused of committing many of his crimes. Then down at the beach you see this sign. So obviously he had lots of visitors to this island, but he was also very protective against people that he didn't know coming onto it.
Stay nice and warm in here.
Epstein's Island still has helicopters flying to it. I used to live next to Epstein's Island, and you guys might have seen some of my other videos, but what some of you might not know is I still have family that lives there. I lived on St. Thomas, and over the weekend, some of my family members went and got some footage for us. So here's that footage. You see all these palm trees? He had to pay a $10,000 fine per palm tree to the UVI government. And here you can see the rock line and how the rocks are moved out away from the beach, and that's to keep people from driving their boats up onto the beach. And also in the VI, beaches are public up to the rock line. Now, the island was sold in 2023 to Stephen Deckoff, who is another billionaire, and the rumors are that he's planning on turning it into a luxury resort for high-end clients. That's what's being said. What do you guys think? Is there still shady stuff going on? Follow along.
I think so. I think the guy who just bought that Stephen Deckoff, he's more likely going to continue the operation, isn't he?
So this week, a batch of unseen photos from Jeffrey Epstein's island have been released. If you know about the Jeffrey Epstein case, you'll know that a lot of stuff happened on his private island. These photos are so eerie to look at. Starting off with the one that I find the most eerie, it's like a dentist chair, and if you look closely on the walls, that is masks surrounding it. I dread to think why he had a dentist chair in a villa. I've definitely never been in a villa with a dentist chair in it, let alone been to the dentist and been surrounded by masks on the wall. The eerie photo shows a blackboard. The words that are scrawled on it read power, deception, plots and political, and loads of it's redacted as well. And then the rest of the photos, there's like the bathroom and then bedrooms, as you obviously villas can have bedrooms in it, but it's just weird imagining the stuff that might have taken place in these rooms. Politicians have said that it's a harrowing look behind closed doors and that they've released these just to try and have a bit of transparency. I can't stop thinking about that dentist chair. Like, why is there a dentist chair there? there. These photos were taken a year after he passed. Does anybody else find this really creepy? Let me know your thoughts below, and if you like true crime, please hit that follow button.
Yeah, the dentist chair, this doesn't make any sense. Why would you need a dentist chair in a villa, like she said? And then those masks on the wall, clearly being used to hide the identity of the perpetrator. Those masks tell us all we need to know, ladies and gentlemen. Recently, Jeffrey Epstein's emails were leaked. There were a number of questionable emails. You also had the leak of the list of celebrities that had been to that island. And there was a number of names to mention, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure all of them are going to be under a lot of scrutiny. And of course, we know how Donald Trump feels about these files. 1 minute he's like, release them. Next thing you know, he's like, why'd you keep going on about them? Something in those files that could potentially make Donald Trump look a certain way. And I think he knows that. I mean, that's just my opinion, all alleged, but let's just see when those files are released, what takes place, what happens. As we know, there's hundreds, thousands of victims. Not only are we talking about women, we're talking about children as well. One of the most disturbing cases of the 21st century, we have to be totally honest. Ghislaine Maxwell is currently serving time in jail. Remember that photo, one of the potential perpetrators in the Madeleine McCann case? Yeah. Ghislaine Maxwell, in my opinion. Would make sense, her being English, the McCanns being English. There was some sort of relationship or connection somewhere. See, with the Madeleine McCann case, I'm kind of stuck in two minds because a part of me feels like she was kidnapped, but then a part of me, based on the investigation that has taken place over in Portugal, a part of me does believe she was murdered in that apartment. But anyway, I need to know what you guys are thinking after seeing those clips from Jeffrey Epstein's island. There's going to be plenty more news when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein, so I need you guys to stick around, turn your notification bells on. We haven't really deep dived this case, so we might literally go all the way back to square one and just deep dive from the beginning, start to finish. Everything we know about Jeffrey Epstein from the beginning of his time as a teacher, as a businessman, up until the point he was found hanging in that police cell. I need you guys to comment down below and let me know if you would like me to do that. But for now, leave all your thoughts, all of your opinions down below. Turn your notification bells on so you don't miss out on future videos. Hit that like button and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.